But the fact that he's pointing out, look at what Ferrari did to this man, and then he's like making a cringe face looking at Sebastian Vettel, and then he's comparing his hair loss recovery to Vettel and saying like cringe, as in like, sucks that you're bald, and like, look what happened to me, like I'm so cool because I got hair recovery and you're bald now. Like, does this guy have a personal vendetta against Ferrari or this guy for some reason? I don't get it. What's up guys, Derek, moreplace.com. Today we are going to be reacting to Sebastian Vettel, and the reason being is he's in the news for kind of a weird reason. It's that he is losing his hair pretty quick, and for some, I don't know why this is being highlighted so much in the racing community, but it's a big fucking deal. The internet is exploding about this guy's hair. So this was him not long ago, and I guess it's cut off there so you can't see the top of his head, but here's his hair in 2020. So he has hair on his head not that long ago. And if you look at, well, I'll show you some of the stories first. So this one, the internet has jokes about Sebastian Vettel's, I don't know how to say it, but Vettel, rapidly receding hairline after Ferrari exit. Ferrari had an abysmal season last F1 season, but Sebastian Vettel's new look has shown just how stressful the year was. Like, no mercy on the fucking headlines, dude. So basically, in this video, they show Vettel's, it's literally called F1 video shows Sebastian Vettel's rapidly receding hairline after Ferrari exit. So in this video, let me fast forward a bit here. So they have him here sitting, and then you get a glimpse of it there. So everyone is like screenshotting that of him in the car and freaking the fuck out. So like, the guy obviously shaved his head, and people are giving him fucking heat like all over the internet. It's clear that the 2020 seasons for Sebastian Vettel took its toll, but F1 fans have caught a glimpse of just how hard it was on the German star, a four-time world champion with Red Bull before joining Ferrari. Vettel's Ferrari career largely coincided with Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes' dominance, but having moved to Aston Martin, who are the renamed Racing Point team from last season, the first look at Vettel has given fans a bit of a start, with the 33-year-old sporting a rapidly receding hairline. There's a bunch of tweets. Seb was sporting a new look when he had a seat fit on Wednesday. Like, a new look. Like, fuck off, dude. There's no way F1 fans were going to let such a massive change pass without comment. Some said he likely had hair transplant surgery, while others said he was looking a bit like Prince William. So if you had transplant surgery, you would probably see the grafts in the actual scalp, and as opposed to here, it looks like just a shaved head. Maybe he's shaving his head to make way for grafts to do a transplant. I don't really know, but you know, it seems kind of odd that he would have just drastically lost his hair that aggressively. Vettel has likely had hair transplant surgery. The area in which one has the procedure is shaved prior to the operation. The new hair will start to appear in a few months' time. Like, this is such a drastic difference in such a short span of time that you almost can't really think of another explanation that would make sense. And we actually did the video on Lewis Hamilton's drastic hair recovery recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, he's being inspired by Lewis Hamilton's recovery and doing the same thing, because this guy, not that long ago, he had like relatively like workable hair. Like, here he is in 2018 at a press conference, interestingly enough, with Hamilton right beside him sporting his new hair transplant hair probably. And here he is with reasonable density, dude. Like, it looks actually pretty good to me. And then, like, again though, this is him sitting in favorable circumstances and whatnot in 2015, like it's always been going. So 2015, like, you noticed it. Who knows if he's had work done since then, because it did look a lot better in 2018, 3 years later. And if he had this aggressive of loss that he went from this to legitimately having hair looking like this in a couple years, you know, it's almost like I would have thought he'd end up bald faster if he looked like this in 2015 and he was at this in 2018, and then ended up here in 2020. So I think the realistic possibility The logical conclusion I would come to is he's preparing or, I don't know a lot about hair transplants, to be honest, but I'm assuming this is representative of a guy who is preparing for a hair transplant rather than having got one, because you would see the actual grafts inside the scalp, and here you just see what appears to be freshly shaven head, and that's about it. So anyways, like, the internet is in a fucking uproar about this. Like, here he is, let's see, at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. But when you Google his name, all that comes up is fucking hair loss stuff. Our first sight of Sebastian Vettel at work. Fans go wild over Prince William's uncanny resemblance to Formula One driver. Are you okay? Sebastian Vettel's new look takes fans by surprise. And of course, our favorite site, the Daily Mail, that fucking slapped you in the dick with ads nonstop. We're gonna make our way through it here. Let's see. So, royal enthusiasts have gone wild over Prince William's uncanny resemblance to Formula One driver Sebastian Vettel. It's like, in reality, dude, it's like, what white bald guy doesn't really look similar? Like, how many guys do you know who low-key look like Goldberg? Like, there's so many fucking dads you know of who look like Goldberg right now. So it's almost like I don't think they look really similar other than the top half of their head, to be honest. And they just get lumped in this category because he's shaved his fucking head off. Seems kind of ridiculous. Is Prince William about to make his debut in F1? Wonders why Prince William is trending. Realizes the photo of Sebastian Vettel I saw was not photoshopped. Prince William has long battled against baldness and began losing his hair in his 20s. The royal famously shaved his head in January last year in order to hide the worst impact of the hair loss. Prince Harry always loved mocking his brother for his hair loss, once quipping, I think he definitely is brainier than I am, but we established that at school, along with his baldness. Dick. And it seems the Duke of Sussex isn't the only one to comment on the royal's balding hair. So anyways, there's a shit ton of tweets down here. People freaking out. First appearance of Vettel in Aston Martin. I first thought Prince William joined. Hilarious. Interestingly enough, I didn't get sent this story directly from a source. I got DM'd an Instagram story from what appears to be a pretty famous YouTuber, Salomon Drin. So this guy is, I don't know, I guess a massive YouTuber in the car space, and he recently had a hair loss recovery that likely involved either probably some pharmacologic intervention and, had a good response to it, to the point where his hair went from this to this on the right, and he's, been showing it off on his Instagram, saying hair loss technology in 2021 is epic. Fucking exclamation, fire, 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 which is our favorite emoji. And everyone in here is like, what'd you use? What'd you use? And he doesn't fucking answer anyone. So it was probably just your basic finasteride and minoxidil concurrently with one another, is my guess. But the dickhead move is not that he is posting his progress. Like, good for him, hair loss fucking sucks. And if you get a reversal, like, great. But the fact that he's pointing out, look at what Ferrari did to this man. And then he's like making a cringe face looking at Sebastian Vettel. And then he's comparing his hair loss recovery to Vettel and saying like cringe, as in like, fucking sucks that you're bald. And like, look what happened to me. Like, I'm so cool because I got hair recovery and you're fucking bald now. Like, does this guy have a personal vendetta against Ferrari or this guy for some reason? I don't get it. Like, look what Ferrari did to this man. Like, I don't get the heat, dude, but this is fucking uncalled for, in my opinion. Dick move for sure. Like, if you get a recovery, great, but don't like shit on some dude who's on his way down. Like, that's fucked. So anyways, I wanted to go back and see the most recent clips of Vettel to see where his hair was at, and I came across this interview in 2010, December 17th. So this is like almost within a month of what we're looking at now. So you can see it has actually got quite a bit more aggressive in the past couple of years, because we're going from this in 2018, where he's sitting beside Hamilton with the freshly grown grafts in here with reasonable density. And let me get a zoom in here. Looking like not bad, dude. Not bad at all. And then he goes from this in 2018 to 2020 having like scraps left over. So at this point, he's probably thinking either A, just shave it, bro, or B, let's go the Hamilton route and get a sick ass hair transplant. or just stop using our hotel shampoos, because we all know that that's the fucking secret. So anyways, I think if he cares, you know, he should get a transplant and or deploy some medication. If he hasn't, that would be the best way to go about trying to aggressively intervene here. But I just can't believe the internet like took to the story like this. I thought that it would not be like a hot topic, top story on the internet, but this guy's like fucking trending because he has hair loss. Like, the guy is balding, so he's trending on Google. Like, how the fuck does that make any sense? So anyways, Daily Mail, everyone's kind of shitting on this guy for losing hair, and hopefully that this is, I don't know, like, you know, not everyone cares, you know? Like, a lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. So if he's just shaving it and he just doesn't give a fuck, like, great. But if he's preparing for a hair transplant, like, good for him, you know? And him and Hamilton can continue sitting beside each other and sport some dense Norwood fucking one hair hotel shampoo free hairlines, and that'll be that. So anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Anyways, if you want to get my deep dives into hair loss pharmacology and learn about what you can do to get in front of it as soon as possible, because ideally you would have never ended up in this point to begin with, because you would have started hair loss prevention therapy much sooner. And if he did, maybe he wouldn't have gotten to the point where he is now shaving it. I don't know. Like, for me, I would have hoped he was, you know, getting in front of it as far back as 2015. He would have needed to be on pretty aggressive intervention in order to prevent it from getting to the point it has, where he has been put in this position where he's basically just shaving it at this point. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Drop a comment, helps the algorithm when you guys do that. Follow me on Instagram at @moreplates_more dates, Facebook, Snapchat, Bitch, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below, including my TRT clinic. It's all telemedicine from the comfort of your own home. And we have pharma-grade hair loss medications through our clinic, as well as lab tests designed to not only assess your general health, but as well as to assess biomarkers and endocrine parameters before you embark on using finasteride or something that may be used for depleting androgen levels for hair loss prevention therapy. Anything else I am associated with too, including the best ketoconazole shampoo that I use, fast drying minoxidil, it's not greasy, it makes your hair look like shit. Basically anything that would be relevant, it's in the video description below. If you want to support the channel, you can check it out. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.